Greetings and welcome to the mat. Let's start in a seated, comfortable position for some breath work. I'm working with another form of a YangYin practice set. So we'll do some things that are more warming and heated in the beginning and move to some deeper stretches and allow ourselves to work with the principles of yin. So welcome into session wherever you're at, allowing yourself to ground, doing a 3-part inhale to 1 full extended exhale. You can kind of sense that the first part of the inhale is lower belly, which includes through the opening in the low back, the sacral. The second part of our inhale, filling out through the back, intercostals, the sides broadening. And then that third part of our inhale, just slightly filling up any more space. And this is something you want to deep dive into and take your time in developing a good pranayama for yourself. Try a couple more of these. 3-part inhale to 1 extended exhale. Holding at the top of our inhale to squeeze into our intrinsic muscles, creating a gentle pressure where that cerebral spinal fluid is able to draw up to space between the brow, that iconic 6th chakra, our spiritual eye, our ajna, 3rd eye. One more time. Have an intention around letting go, the practice of yoga relating to non-attachment. Oh. Whoa. You're gonna go all the way to standing from here. Perhaps you practice a longevity exercise where you don't use your hands. Please otherwise be in your practice, modifications, coming through kneeling, whatever that may be for you. We'll meet up into mountain pose. We're gonna go through a joint releasing, starting with our neck, shoulders, and the rest of the body nice and stable. Now your head to go towards one direction and then over to the other. So maybe it's exhale right, inhale left. Activate your feet, activate your core. You want to avail yourself to the moment. Ujjayi breathing. At the center, up, inhale, down, exhale. Go nice and slow. If you're more newer to these types of movements, and of course, skipping anything that is causing pain. And back over the shoulders. Let's bring our hands up to our shoulders and rotate. Feel your legs are super strong, some activation in the arches of the feet. When you need to, you can do the inhale through nose, exhale through the mouth. Other way for your shoulder rotation. And just remaining in a good mountain pose position. We're going to clasp the hands, one in front of the other. Have your center. Inhale left, exhale right. You don't want to use your hips to turn. You also want to have good structure of your shoulders on your back. So we're just waking up some of our upper back, around our shoulders. We're going to go through to center, clasp the other way, make sure we're still breathing. Nothing feeling rigid. That is with our shoulders. Back through to center. We're going to draw our knees into a little bit of a bend. Inhale, cow in a chair position. Exhale, cat. Your legs stable. One more time. Inhale back up. Separate your feet about yoga mat distance. Rotate in the hips. How do I feel? Softness in the face. Freedom in your toes. Opposite direction. Sensing yourself present. Nice. And then we're bringing our legs as close together as possible, bending just a little bit. We're at our knees, going the same direction. And then we'll switch. The knees again, they're together, going the same direction. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. So the legs aren't fully straightening. Next inhale, reach up to the sky, be in a good mountain pose. Thumbs come in, wrap your fingers around your thumbs, rotate your wrist, keeping the shoulders, neck area relaxed. Have your inner thighs rolling back, your floating ribs drawing in. Let's switch our wrist rotation. And flash the fingers as we go all the way down. You may want to focus point and drishti in front of you as you establish yourself into your right leg. You're going to lift up and rotate the left ankle. Switch directions. Point flex, point flex, point flex, point flex, point flex. Give a good shake. Mountain pose, feel the calibration. So we're not just kind of standing on top of ourselves, but we're energetically part of ourselves in the pose. Switch to the other side. Letting go. That doesn't serve you. Feeling like you can create a space of non-attachment. So all through the doing, we're observing. And when we switch ourselves to a more observing, go the other direction. When we go more towards an observation, and we're not so critical and judgmental, we experience ourselves differently. Point flex, point flex. And give a good shake. Come towards the top end of your mat. And we'll lift up on our toe mounds, stretch the arms out to the side. Arms go up to the sky, heels go down as we lift our heart. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, step it back. Find a plank pose. Modification can be knees coming down. Cobras and as alternative to up dogs. Draw forward and up. Exhale, breath, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Inhale. Stepping forward, your back knee goes down. Exhale. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale to down dog. Left leg lifts up. Exhale, step up. Back knee goes down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, breath. Stepping back. Inhale, strong plank. Chaturanga. Find your back bend. Down dog as you breathe out. Look to the top of the mat. Slowly tiptoe or lightly float. Bowing forward at the top in your version of the practice. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Swan dive down. Inhale, lift the heart. We're stepping it back. Find a plank pose. You modify bringing your knee down. Otherwise, we're working into Vasisthasana. Side plank pose. Modification, your one knee is down. We're going to find our other side coming through. So that knee down method as an option might look like that. Keeping our energy pleasant within our mind. We're observing, we're non-attached. Keeping our energy flowing in our breath and our body. We'll find our vinyasa down. Deep breath in, right leg to the sky. Step forward, see if you can find balance and harmony, high lunge. Hands touch the floor. Right leg draws up and back, counter hip stretch. Try to keep our shoulders stable. Think like you're coming in for pigeon, but we're not going to go down. We're going to try to find ourselves lifting up. So our hands can be on our blocks. Hands can be on that front shin. We can try to find balance. Focus on your breathing. Just a basic 3-leg down dog for that right leg, or working from tabletop pose. Square the hip. Lowering the foot down. Working with our left side. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale to step up. Inhale, allow yourself to rise up. We're gently learning to take up space in ourselves, in the embodiment of the asanas, more than all the stuff, the story, the narrating of our mental mind. Hands plant. We go up and back, squaring through the shoulders. Counter hip opening. Using our core, the knee comes in, like we're trying to set for a pigeon. Again, we won't go down. We can let ourselves explore where we might be with this tonight. Hands can be on blocks. Try our balance. Just a basic 3-leg down dog or from tabletop pose. Mm. Find your vinyasa. Reset yourself into your fingers, into your feet. Look forward. Begin to slowly arrive up. We find the forward fold as we exhale. Inhale. Mountain pose. Find your stillness. Maybe let your eyes close. Come into breath awareness, Ujjayi. Feel the energy in your body, your legs, your feet. Let things settle. Let go of what's not serving you. Create a practice of non-attachment. This brings us closer and closer to a state of pure awareness, a state of yoga. We're going to be working with some twists. And in this variation of the twist, we're going to do a Vinyasa aspect. So we're move in and out before we actually hold the pose. You can have yoga blocks. And if it's too much for your practice to try this standing, you can come into a seated pose and do a twisting from a basic seated practice. May take a few rounds before you kind of get yourself synced up, but the goal is going to be to try to recognize that the twist comes when our body is in a horizon line, almost at the height of our pelvis. That action of the twist is in a motion of us breathing out. Then as we breathe in, we unwind and come all the way up. And we're going to switch back and forth to each side. We want to create a strong isometrics here and a lovely soft demeanor and expression, open-hearted. Shoulders on the back, arms extend out. We breathe out halfway and then twist to the right. Inhale, coming back up. So you don't want to leverage or brace. Exhale, breath. To the other side. Try to find the arms and shoulders stay in line as much as possible. Couple more. Nice. Inhale back through to the top. Take a moment to bring the hands down. Heart rate is calm. We don't feel locked out. We're going to now prepare to hold and stay in our twist. Hands to the hips as we find a little bit of that extension. Scooping in through the lower navel, floating ribs in, arms out. Halfway down, we're now twisting to hold, going to the right. Inhale through to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back through to center. Exhale, breath. And take Malasana, Yogi Squat pose. Stabilize yourself here. Being present. Our feet become active. Throughout our journey of yoga, we do learn about our bandhas, and we learn how important that root lock truly is to even supporting the central nervous system on this journey. We want to hold and draw our prana in and not have these kind of open gaskets where energy spews out. You can always inquire a bit more. The Hatha Yoga Pradipika is one of my all-time really amazing yoga book on some of these deeper concepts within the asana. For today, we're going to try to come back up. Blooming up out of the lotus, like a lotus out of the mud. Exhale. Allow yourself to step towards the top of your mat. Inhale, breath. Interlace your fingers behind you. Lift your heart. Forward fold when you're ready. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Micro bend the elbows. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, breath. Step it back. We're at our plank pose one more time today. And we're just going to hold this as a practice. So you can do an alternative of forearm plank. Staying really strong. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Make it doable. We're at just the last little bit here. Take little breaks. We're gonna go forward on our toes till we're able to draw down on our knees. Take a few moments to release it back. Balasana, child's pose. Give yourself a few moments on your hands and knees. Practice some rounds of cat cow pose. Take about a minute here to practice. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cow. Last little bit there. And we're going to come into a seated pose. Find a way that's comfortable for you. Sit in a different way. Half lotus with your legs, one ankle in front of the other, but something that's changes up from what we did in our breath work earlier. Feel yourself grounding, neutralizing. And feel that energy that we've had in a more yang, a more active, potentially more heating. Have your palms down around your knees. Connect to your Ujjayi breathing, this internal alignment for ourselves. Over the next few moments, we'll let the legs extend out in front of us. And you may wish to have something that you sit on. A little additional support. Legs are out in front of us. Staff pose as we lift up through our heart. And then we bow the chin. We want to create this energy loop. So see if you can connect to that at all. Inhale, extend your arms. Hashimotonasana, exhale. And you just meet your body where you're at tonight. Try to keep your shoulders on your back so that our first principle in forward folds are always in an extension before we touch down. This allows us to prevent pushing back and then the spine is rolling. Hashimotonasana. Inhale, allow your heart to lift up, let your spine lift. And on our exhale, we're going to take the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift the heart. And again, we'll try to extend out of the hips first. Letting go. Releasing what doesn't serve. Next inhale, let your heart lift, and we're going to prepare for a pigeon pose. So you may use an alternative known as threading the needle down on your back. So we're going to draw our left leg back and bring our hands forward until we can make a comfortable pigeon pose. This time we're going down. You can include a prop, such as a block, or use no prop. We're folding forward and down. Relax, relax, relax. A pathway to the relaxation is the ability to let go. There is so much we must be able to let go of. Some of it may be conscious and known to us, and some of this might be in our subconscious. So another reason why we are just, in many ways, yoga practice, asana, breath work, contemplation can be a true form of a moving meditation. It can be healing. We can have a transcendent experience, self-realization. We learn to slow our breathing down to 5 or 4 breath cycles per minute. So this really does take time. We might not always be where we think we should be. So continue to let go, be non-attached. Next inhale, we lift up. We're going to bring, so by the way, if you did the version on your back, you just stay on your back and you do the other side. Where we came from is how we're coming back. So we're going to bring that left leg back. We take our moment there, Baddha Konasana. And then we're going to switch. So now the right leg needs to come up. We sweep back, reset ourselves so we're in a good form, good alignment. Stretching back and then coming down. We learn to let go of ourself reacting to the sensations. We connect peacefully and harmoniously to observing ourselves, to just doing the work of our breath.
Be non-attached in any form of your outcome. To the this and that's that may be happening, just let it all go and relax, relax, relax. Enjoy pranayama. Connecting to the bandhas, especially our root lock.
Next inhale, we come up and we meet as we came into the place. Final Baddha Konasana. We're not going down, we're just sitting. Open up the chest and then bow the chin in so we get that nice extension up. Slowly exhale, hug in, and then we'll come down onto the back. Take a few moments to allow things to settle. Feel like you can be integrating here to Apanasana. Arms going out to the side. This is the twist I'm going to invite for tonight. Please make it your own version if this does not feel appropriate for you. Right leg crosses over your left. Exhale and twist. We're not really making a yoga pose happen, but if it's helpful for grounding, you can do things like place your hand across to the right knee, but you don't want to leverage or pull. Inhale through to center. Switch, do the twist variation you did on the other side. Our shoulders are releasing down. Relax, relax, relax. So in order to relax, we have to really be able to feel that we're not straining our yoga poses and that indeed we're working with the sacred energy of the breath. Connecting to our intention. Yoga is so much more than just a physical fitness and exercise. We'll use the next inhale to come up. Unwinding, take it in. You might feel comfortable with Apanasana. You could also make it this one, sometimes referred to as a happy baby pose. And we'll rest it down. So you'll find your practice of Shavasana. Please continue to be here. Maybe for a couple more minutes, 5 minutes. I want to thank you for participating and practicing yoga. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.